What is good, YouTube world? It's J Coffee Talk, tapping back in with some more hip-hop news. I got a follow-up blog to this previous video that I did about Azizz of the Outsidaz, calling out Eminem, basically telling him he's going to end his career if he does not retire from the rap game. I'm going to pin two links in the comments, right? First off, if you didn't see that video I was just talking about, that link. And then secondly, there was an interview out there with Pacewon of the Outsidaz, you know, who rocked really tight with M. And it's from a channel called Breaking Records Radio. The interview only has about like 2,000 views. It's a really dope interview. Pacewon talks about the whole situation with Eminem and everything like that. So all the hip hop fans out there, like, definitely need to go check that interview out. I'm surprised that it only has that many views. You know, I feel like a lot of people might not know about this interview. But anyways, man, as always, when I do these videos on J Coffee Talk, I always say, guys, get in the comments. Let's talk about this. I want to know what everyone thinks, what's your take, etc. You know what I mean? Because when I do these videos, sometimes I just hop right on and freestyle like off the top of my head, or you know, sometimes I'll present together like a little, I guess, documentary type style video with different clips and things. You know what I mean? I do them different ways, but I always want to hear from the people. That's what J Coffee Talk is all about, talking it up with you guys on these different topics. You know what I'm saying? And there was a lot of great comments from you know, people who watched that previous video I did, where there was things that I forgot regarding Eminem and the Outsidaz. You know, I'm kind of like on the run making this video, moving around and everything, because I was gonna put the comments in the video, but I apologize, you know what I mean? But most definitely I appreciate you guys tapping in, and like I said, you enlightened me to a lot of things that I forgot about and some things that I didn't actually know, you know what I mean? Because we know, like in the video I was saying how on these posts from Azizz, there was a lot of people who were Eminem fans that had no idea who the Outsidaz were, you know what I mean? And people who love hip hop and you know, probably are around my age, you know, go back, been listening since the early 90s and so on. You know, the Outsidaz are dope. I know, you know what I mean? You know exactly who they are. And everyone, you know, knew that Eminem had a relationship, that he was even considered a part of the group in a sense, or a close associate or member of the collective. You know what I'm saying? And it always kind of didn't really make sense to me how like Eminem, you know, on the first album he was shouting them out heavy on the Slim Shady LP, like I was saying on my previous video, on many tracks, you know. And then as M's career progressed, it was just strange that we didn't really see them collaborate at all, you know what I mean? Like, I just never quite understood it, and I kind of felt like hip hop and the music like missed out, because they could have, you know, really made a lot of great dope music together, and it could have really took the Outsidaz career to the next level. You know what I mean? Like I said, they're well respected. They've had deals before and all that, but it was just strange, like what happened, you know? And then as I highlighted in that video, there were Eminem disses released and everything, but you know, Pacewon and Eminem are on good terms now, which I did kind of remember, like I mentioned in the video, but the viewers enlightened me in this comment thread, like I was saying, that about the Shady Corpse album, which I forgot, like Corpse, like Marine Corp, you know what I mean? That Pacewon made that album, and it was like shouting out Eminem. It was after they, you know, their differences were put behind them. Like I said, you could check it out on that interview. Like I said, it's linked, it's pinned in the comments. Check that out, as well as my previous video where Pacewon talks about it. But everyone also kept mentioning the Fine Line track, which I totally forgot this as well. That's what ended what issues were there, you know what I mean? Because it was never really like a beef. It was like close friends who just fell off, and it, you know what I mean? And it was like Pacewon was just kind of like hurt because, as he said, you know, Outsidaz early on, I agree with him in this interview. He says he kind of discovered Eminem in a sense. I'll talk about that a little more in a minute, but I wanted to read these bars, these lyrics from Fine Line. Eminem said, "Look how excited I sound when I get to talking about life and everything about it I miss, which now reminds me, put 1,000 lighters in the sky for the outsiders. Wow, I must have had Alzheimer's. Long time since I shouted them out, but time, cause it's been on my mind lately. How Z, you always supported me, you vouched. I will never forget that, and how you guys accepted me for me and Pace. I love you too. You slept on my couch, and I've been thinking about the time when I slept on the floor at the outhouse. Rhyming's all we ever wanted to do, and regardless how life has turned out inside, And regardless how life has turned inside, I'm always be an outsider. My life has been turned inside out, but it's fine. It's a fine line," which obviously I was just reading those bars. You know what I mean? Eminem with the syllables and the way he spit that is a very powerful, you know what I'm saying? Some very powerful lyrics there. And it was just, you know, interesting. Like, I totally forgot how Pacewon, after that, he made the Shady Corpse album, and, you know, that meant so much to him. But and also the viewers also reminded me, you know what I mean, how Young Z was on the 8 Mile soundtrack. I can't believe I forgot that, because do you guys remember the Shady Aftermath sampler? It had like an Obi Trice track on there. It had that 50 Cent like freestyle or whatever you want to call it to the Eminem Till I Collapse beat, where he's like, "Don't think I won't hit you because I'm popular. Got a P90 rule, I'm gonna pop at you." That shit probably sounded horrible. I'll probably get someone saying, "Yo, Coffee, that was cringe-tastic." But I believe the Young Z joint was on that sampler as well. But I remember it was on the soundtrack, and I couldn't forget that I forgot that you know, song was on there. And then also there is a Outsidaz feature on D12 World, which I forgot about too. So there was some features and everything, but it was just still crazy when you look at like how close they were, their friendship, that, you know, they didn't end up on more Eminem projects, and, you know, it didn't take their career to the next level. You know what I'm saying? Like, they're on good terms now, but still, it was just, why? It's just kind of strange, you know what I mean? But I don't know, sometimes people's lives just go in separate directions. But some also interesting that's on that Pacewon interview, right, is like I was just saying earlier, he said, in a sense, you know, he was hurt because Eminem, he felt like he kind of discovered him. And something else that he says in that interview, and someone else also hit the comments with, once again, good looking out, much appreciated, you guys joining the discussion. Like I said, that's what this J Coffee Talk channel is all about, just chopping it up on these topics, like I always say. But that Young Z and Pacewon were supposed to be featured on Amityville off the Marshall Mathers LP, which, you know, the version we all heard was just Eminem and Bizarre, and is a really twisted song. You know what I mean? Horrorcore, like on a twisted level. Like Bizarre's verse is so foul, but you know, the Outsidaz had like a touch of horrorcore to their style as well. You know what I mean? Like definitely, people were discussing in the comments too that Azizz feels that Eminem ripped off the Outsidaz flow, specifically his, with his multi-syllables and all that. And you know, I was talking with other people in the comment thread that Eminem definitely, and a lot of rappers do this, you know, where they implement styles and stuff from in like other people that they collaborate with or work with, and try to kind of put their own spin on it. You know what I mean? But I do feel like Pacewon really, in a sense, kind of could say he played a part in discovering Eminem, because, you know, like I was mentioning in my earlier video, this all goes back to that pre-internet era. You know what I'm saying? When it was just a whole nother. There was no Instagram, and it was harder for artists to get on. And, you know, he introduced M to a lot of people, like when M came out to New York and then linked with the Outsidaz in Jersey, started working with him. He introduced them to a lot of people. And something really interesting he said was that he introduced M to Big Pun. And there's actually a video I did on my channel where Big Pun, maybe like 6 months ago or so, was saying that, or I'm sorry, Fat Joe was saying like 6 months or so ago, there was a situation where Eminem, like, he basically passed on working with Eminem or signing with Eminem, you know what I mean? So it's just kind of interesting to look how this all links together. But yeah, man, you know, for the most part, it seems the Outsidaz and M are all on good terms, except as we see now, like I was covering originally in that video, Azizz is, you know, he's saying he's gonna end M's career. I mean, what do you guys think? Like I said, go check out that previous video. I'll really go in and discuss about it on there. But do you guys think he has some dirt on Eminem? Do you think he's just gonna drop a diss song? Like, this is just a promo campaign he's doing? Like, what are your thoughts? I want to know about it. You know what I mean? But also, thank you guys for tapping in that comment right on that video. You know, and if you're new, make sure to subscribe, hit the bell. As I always state, guys, daily content on this channel, and we talk it all. We talk music, we talk hip-hop, other music, we talk sports, we talk current events, we talk crime stories. We cover a lot on this channel, so flock with me, you know what I'm saying? I'm out of here. Just had to make this like update, and thank you guys again. Peace.